Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. The Volunteers want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. And the defense, with help from the officials, will push this offense back. It's a 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Volunteers are on the move. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. first down. Here comes this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Looks as if he's going to run it. Running toward the tape. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this move game if I were allowed to pull the kind of push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Stanford looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Give to the running back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just run positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Wilfork. Feeling some heat. Back open in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And the Vols are on the move. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're getting this guy lathered up. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Complete on 3rd down. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Running behind that left side. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. No, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Fair catch called for and made. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
At the 35, he's got room. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
How about the left side of the line, getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make the big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside. And
quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Looking downfield, it's Wilfork. He's going for a big play downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's got it on the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Turns it on at midfield. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Stanford! What a catch and run for 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Wilfork. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Avoids pressure. Forced out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The run to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back off.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Oh, how did you make that move? And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll try it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week.
Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Floating away. The throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's got him this time. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They go to the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Off the boot, looking for his man. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinal! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll try the left side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after making the catch.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that left side now. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Stanford now has it in the red zone. The give on the inside. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Stanford! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Getting set for the point after.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Wilfork. Trying to make magic with his feet. Obliterates him, still on the move. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Mayo. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Stanford 28, Tennessee 24.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Appalachian State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Brings it in down the left side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And listen, we needed that, right? We're down. We got to make something happen down the field. 4 verts, sending all guys deep, trying to make a play. This offense made it. They're going to need some more.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. A run for the quarterback.
And another big run by the quarterback, and he's been doing it all game long. Different ways, different styles. All you know is he's over 100 yards for the game, and the defense hasn't been able to do anything about it.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Clemens. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Now on the move.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The inside handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll try to blast their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And we are all tied up here in the fourth.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Every play magnified in the fourth quarter, and you just get the thing tied up, and the kickoff goes out of bounds to give up field position. Time for the offense to try to put together a fourth quarter drive to break a tie. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep moving. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Stanford.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air. It's Wilfork looking to scramble. Throws to the back. It's complete to the right. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. This is a designed run. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.